Mind, Scott Farquhar, sorry, Atlassian.
Thank you. I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land and pay my respects to elders past and present. I also want to thank Minister Husic for his long-term promotion of the technology industry, first as Shadow Minister and then now as Minister. It's meant a lot to all of us in the industry. Sitting here in the summit, I'm struck a little bit by how many of the issues mentioned here either don't affect us in the technology industry or affect us in very different ways. And whilst I agree with Sally Ann that we need more women in the technology industry, the gender pay gap there is half what it is in other high-paying industries. People with vocational training have a 2% pay gap versus university-trained people in technology. That pay gap is 17% in other high-paying industries. The difference between private and public schools, educated people in technology is marginal. So it doesn't matter if your parents are rich or poor, you can have a great career in technology. The industry attrition is significantly lower than other industries, so once you get into technology, you want to stay there. So these are the jobs that everyone wants. All that's missing is a photo op in a high-vis vest, which I'm sure we can fix at some stage. And in the next year, my company Atlassian is going to hire 1,032 new jobs in Australia and New Zealand. And these jobs, you can work anywhere. You can work from a caravan travelling around Australia, you can work in Brisbane, Bendigo or Ballarat, so these are high-paying regional jobs to what we talked about previously. We want to make sure that we can invigorate the regions. Canva's going to hire 500, Safety Cultures 250, I can go down the list. Like, the jobs are there, we need to find the people. What's not well known though is that a third of the high technology jobs are employed outside of major tech employers. So a third of high-tech jobs aren't in traditional sort of high-tech industries, they are in the industries that we talked about today. There's 250,000 Australian tech workers that are helping to digitise these industries. So let's just say manufacturing, which we talk about a lot, to be globally competitive in a high-wage environment like Australia, we're going to need technology to invest in robotics and automation. That comes from tech jobs. Agriculture, particularly in this age of the Anthropocene, the age of humans, and the age of climate change, agriculture is going to use a lot more data to be smart about how they plant, how they harvest, how we feed this growing population. And again, that data and the technology behind it requires technology jobs. In addition to the trades required for the energy transformation we need to do, we need software jobs to manage the smart grid that we're going to have. So I can go down industry, manufacturing, agriculture, energy, education, finance, I'll just go down them all. We talk about productivity, and it's going to be technology that is going to drive productivity in this nation. And so we're currently 186,000 jobs short of the 1.2 million technology jobs we need in 2030. And so for the future prosperity of all Australians, we need to find a way to bridge that gap. Thank you.